Hello and welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. And you just heard Glum Reaper with Chain Link. Before that, another song by Old Man Booth. And we started off with Smile by Eggy. Let's go to Chain Link.
Yeah, by Glum Reaper out of Brattleboro, Vermont. And this is off the album Sutures, which came out back in August of this year. Glum Reaper is the solo project of one of the members of the band collective group thing, Goth Girl Field Trip, and it leans a lot more into this sort of dark wave sound. And I'm sure a lot of people don't know what that is. It's sort of a variation on the heavily 80s inspired synthwave genre, like a fairly modern genre taking these 80s style synths and sort of heightening them a bit. But then it's merged with goth music and darker lyrics and sounds, pretty much what you expect.
Yeah, and I love the 80s vibe here in the goth and electronica all melded into one.
Yeah, it's absolutely lovely. The lyrics are super poetic and fun, and the production's also really good dark music for dark times. It hits in the right spot for me. I'm a fan of dark wave styles, and they absolutely knock it out of the park.
In another song. I wonder if this follows up their first song.
There's a lot going on here with this track by Old Man Booth, another song. Old Man Booth's out of Worcester, Massachusetts, and this is off his Song Suite EP, which came out back in April. And all the songs in that EP have song in the title: Wedding Song, Siren Song, After Song, and another song, which is the one I chose.
I love the intro. It tricks you into thinking it's a familiar song, like the Wallflowers, and then switches it up real quick and has this 80s vibe, and it's got a groove bass. Love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like how he's sort of bringing these 80s inspired pop ideas to the fore on this one. Like, this isn't synth wave. It doesn't have that heightening effect that synth wave is going for. It's like 80s plus more. This is 80s pop. This is what it actually sounded like and sort of the ways in which it produced itself. It's really nice to see, actually. It's very rare to see folks not go for that heightening and instead strip it back down to this really perfect place, and it leads to this very lovely and extremely catchy tune. I'm a fan. I am into this. He's a singer-songwriter and producer, and he says he's full of ideas, but never has enough time to get them all out there. It's a glorious position to be in. I can't argue with that. And then, of course, starting off that block, Smile by Eggy. And Eggy's out of New Haven, Connecticut. And like I figured we needed something a bit more positive alongside Glum Reaper. And for me, very few things are more positive than Eggy finally releasing their second album, Waiting Game. They're a very well established nationwide live act. They've got over 200 of their recorded live shows available on their Bandcamp, but they'd only released their first album back in 2019 and had nothing else in between besides those live shows, right? So I've been kind of waiting to
Wow.
see what happens when they go back in the studio, what happens when they do more with this. And they finally released Waiting Game in early September, and in my opinion, it's one of the single best albums of the year, bar none.
Ooh.
They earn it though. They've got this incredible and experimental sound, borrowing from jam bands, power pop, neo soul, funk, prog rock, yacht rock, and then they just blend this all together into their own unique style with some incredible polish and rock solid playing. Like I'd comfortably compare them to acts like Dave Matthews Band, Steely Band, The Grateful Dead, and they sit on that level, and then they just escalate that 70s and 80s inspired sound even further while being experts at live performance. They wrapped up their current tour just last week, but definitely worth keeping an eye on for future ones. They play a lot. Maybe they'll be swinging by.
This is one of those bands you just got to see live. I
Oh, yeah.
love listening to Eggy, and their musical geniuses all collaborating together. It's like sometimes a band will have like one smart person in the band that puts it all together. This whole band, everybody collaborates together, and it's easy to get lost in this music. You jam to it.
It's amazing. Words fail me.
Yeah,
And really, this whole record is like that. It's full of incredible, complicated, experimental tracks that go all sorts of different places and all backed up by some incredible playing and composition and everything. It's just, I know they're a live band first and foremost, and definitely worth checking them out in that format, but oh boy, when they hit the studio, they actually make it count, and it crushed.
love sitting in a dark room with some headphones on, listening to their live releases.
It's something special, yeah. Oh, we're going to be winding down with some really unique stuff. Sort of delving into hyperpop and drum and bass and various different, more experimental electronic styles. You'll probably have never heard something quite like these unless you're already in the know, basically. But I really like them, and I think you will too, with acts like Zen Garden and Nusagi. Let's start things off with Zen Garden. Here's Silk Road.